Hey everybody, I got something really special to show you guys today. Now previously I would save maps as like individual maps that you would save and load from the database. What I've done over this long weekend is now I can save maps, and instead of saving maps with a name, then maps are saved with a coordinate system, kind of longitude, latitude. And so this allows me to say very, very, very large sections of the map, and it'll break it all down into all the individual sections, which allows me to change the latitude and longitude coordinates, and it will redraw this map with a new location, which is totally awesome. So here's an example. We got longitude, latitude. Ignore all of these things here. But if I change the longitude, which is this way, now it starts off at it's in the negatives here. That's how it goes in this particular area. This is near Ojai, California. Um, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this uh, off by a little bit. So what's going to happen is I took away part of that longitude degree here, and it should shift this whole thing over by a little bit. So I'm just going to click on this little button, and it's going to reload the map to right here. There you go. So now that lake is pushed off to the side. If I wanted to try to get this a little bit closer, I would have to update the latitude, and we want to increase that, so probably like another 0.05 here. I'll load that. So you see this little lake right here? That's going to come down a little bit lower down here. There it is. Okay. And so this is going to be really exciting. I'm not sure exactly the total feasibility of it all, but this does give me the opportunity to map out, say, all of California, like everything. And then, as a player, you would come in and you would see, in fact, the entire map of California in a very, very small scale. You could click on a tiny little section of that map and it'll load it into something like this, right? Currently, I don't have the full map. I haven't built that yet. But the idea is that of these 16, like this 4 by 4 map sections, I'm going to find the average height and the most relevant fuel bed, if it's a certain type. Um, and so it's going to give me a very, very low resolution. Imagine this, but just broken up into 16 squares instead of 512 by 512. But considering the size of California, that's all I really need is to take in approximately 4 kilometers, squish it down to like one number, and say, hey, it's roughly this elevation, and it mostly has this. And it'll create a massive, I'll be able to map out all of California in this same kind of 3D kind of perspective. Um, and, and then players will be able to load uh, anywhere in California. And if I'm ambitious, I could do even more. But even that's going to take a little while just to map everything out. But very exciting feature here. And I can just, like I said, I can just move this around. Um, and let's see, let's move this to 3.1. So it's going to move it quite a bit. Um, Basically, the camera is going to be moving eastward, but the whole map is going to be moving westward. So here we go. Click on this, right? Now these are my units. You could probably see it there. But yeah, those are the units from before. They're not loading quite properly on top of the map again. But yeah, here we go. Here's a new map. Hey, let's create a fire on this scenario or this place. Um, yeah. Anyways, super excited. This allows me to really offer a massive experience, I hope, for the players. So now if I take a look, I just did a rough calculation, but to map out the entire California, I would need approximately 2,600 of these maps. Okay, and now multiplied by that by 16, we're looking at like 44,000 uh, small sections of these maps being saved to the database. I mean, 44,000, but anyway, still, just considering the number of maps that people will be able to play, 2,600 is just huge. Um, Now, there will have to probably be some kind of cost, which I'm still trying to figure out, but it'll probably be roughly about 1 or 2 pennies or so to load a map because it is a lot of data, and if a lot of people are loading all kinds of sections of this mega map, um, it's gonna take up a lot of data. Not that anybody, I don't think it would, download the entire California, um, and that would be kind of expensive in megabytes as well as other things. But anyways, here it is. This is a geo uh, coordinate map. Let's go down to 3. We could just reload that part. And like I said, I mean, we get all kinds of things. Now, actually, I could show you here something kind of interesting here. It just takes a minute to load the map again. Here we go. All right. Um, if I get to the edge, right? So if I get down, what is it? Um, go to, let's change, let's bring it all the way up. What's the highest here? 35? Okay, so 35.1. Okay, so what's going to happen, because this was a very large map that I had built, and it doesn't have all of the coordinates. Okay, see, so that one did not work. So we're going to bring that down to maybe, let's say 35. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, these are map sections that are not loaded yet. So I haven't created. Yeah, see? All right. So for example, of the selection that I created to build these maps, it ended right here, right? Because I didn't actually download and process that part of the map yet. But it's just a matter of time, and I should be able to get quite a few maps designed for everybody. And this thing's all ready to go and burn. So, all right, well, that's it, everybody. It's a bit of a long video, but like I said, super exciting. Can you imagine creating a map anywhere in California would be kind of cool. So, all right, take care. Talk to you later. Bye.